Chapter 2. The Traffic Stop. The drive to Virginia was over 9 hours, so I started off early. Teddy's new family, the Hexoms, was having a small get-together this evening to kick off this wedding celebration, and I promised I'd make an appearance. Oh, shit. The flashing red and blue lights crept up behind me from out of nowhere. Damn it. I was still an hour or two from Teddy's new home, and I didn't have time to bother with this. I don't have papers on my car or a license, and I understood it would be a problem. The deputy of the rinky-dink town I was driving through got out of his car, and I fanned myself when I glimpsed the solid wall of yummy uniform-covered muscle. Well, I suppose I have a few minutes to spare. Humans are easy to manipulate, so I quickly opened my shirt and licked my lips as I checked my face in the mirror. He leaned into the window, and I tugged at the chain between my breasts. "Yes, sir. What can I do for you?" He glanced around the inside of my car before his eyes followed my fingers up and down my chest. "You were going a little fast, honey." My finger tapped on the forearm he had rested against my door. "Well, sir, you see, I was only trying to catch your attention." He rubbed his fingertip over my wrist. "Well, you got it. I'm afraid I need to give you a ticket, though. You were going mighty fast." I pouted my lips and batted my eyes. "Can't we work this out some other way, sir? I'm awfully sorry." He peeked both ways down the road before nodding to his car. "Follow me." When we got to the clearing at the end of the dirt road, he opened my door like a proper gentleman. "Thank you, dear." Lucky for me, that's where his chivalry ended, though. Before I could say a word, the man had me pressed against my car with his tongue down my throat. I wasn't sure if that massive bulge digging into my belly was a sidearm or what, and if I didn't have somewhere to be, I would have stayed to find out. But the clock was ticking, and my brother would have a stroke if I were late. I snapped my fingers, and the human fell to the ground like a bag of bricks. Mortals are expendable to our supernaturals. We like them well enough, even love some of them. They made our long-ass lives enjoyable, but they're kind of like ants crawling around on the ground. Sure, every living creature's life has value. Still, you wouldn't lose any sleep over squashing a few under your feet when necessary. When I finally pulled into the Hexom's estate, the sun was setting behind the mountains in the distance, making Teddy glow like a golden god as he rushed towards my car. As soon as I closed the door, he grabbed me into his arms. "I'm so happy you're here." With his lips pressed to my cheek, he rocked me back and forth. "Thank you for coming." Two enormous men with tribal tattoos down the length of their arms swarmed in behind him, and he pulled me closer as he turned me around. "Dads, this is my charming and beautiful sister, Tessa Mason." I'm sure he was laying it on thick for my benefit. For most of my life, Teddy was my handler. He understood I needed reminding to act classy from time to time. "Tess, these are my fathers-in-law, Robert and Warren Hexom." Fathers? I wondered why he hadn't mentioned it before. I definitely wanted more details about this. Harem living is not unusual among shifters, but I met no one who belonged to one before. I had questions, and ideas. Having a different man each night of the week might be the only way I'd ever settle down. I smiled and offered my hand to both of them. Be it the season coming for me or the fact they were both unbelievably handsome, my knees went all spongy. With his arms across his chest, Robert gave me a quick look from head to toe. "How was the drive up?" As Warren went to my driver's side window and leaned inside, I quickly recounted my trip, leaving out some of the more exciting details. Had a little run-in with the deputy sheriff about an hour from here, but otherwise not too bad. Warren's fingers traced a decal on the back of my car. "That's a sweet ride." I joined him in admiring my prize. I like to think so. I won it in a card game. These Lycan folk are humongous, tall, and muscle-clad, but I'm 5 feet tall and about 110 pounds soaking wet, and he about knocked me over when his elbow smacked at my shoulder. "You're shitting me." I twisted my lips as I shook my head. "No, I'm not. I just happen to be a skilled poker player." Robert laughed and slapped his brother's back. "Oh, we need to put a game together then." Teddy rubbed at his chin and shook his head. "I'd taken more money from my brother over our lifetimes than most people had ever seen in theirs. Don't do it. This little cheater will end up owning your whole territory once she's done with you." That got a decent laugh from both of the fathers, but it wasn't far from the truth. I'd take over and throw them all out on their asses if I cared about owning any property in the country. Don't listen to him. I never cheat. He's just a sore loser. Teddy gave me his disapproving eyebrow and put his arm around me. He'd been trying to figure out all my tricks all our lives, and it drove him crazy that he couldn't. Right. I was hoping to catch a glimpse of my beautiful Scandinavian twins, but they were nowhere to be found. So where's the missus? His hand wrapped around my elbow and tugged. She and her mother are inside getting things together. Come on. While he led me away, I glanced over my shoulder and gave the dads a wiggle of my fingers. It was delightful to meet you both. To be honest, if my handsome duo didn't work out, the two men inspecting my car would have been an acceptable substitute. It's hard to tell among our kind, but they only appeared to be a shade under 40, and their farm boy presentation stoked the fire inside me. Oh, I like them already. Teddy's hand went to the small of my back as he smiled while I passed through the doorway. If that impresses you, just wait until you meet the boys. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to continue the story, you can find the next chapter right here on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next installment. And if you enjoyed the story, leaving a like or a comment really helps the channel grow. If you'd like to support the book directly, you can also leave a review on Amazon. I truly appreciate it.